Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol. जय जय श्री गांधर के गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की सर्वज्ञनाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all. Anil Prabhu, was it audible?
Yes, Prabhuji. But today the overall voice is little low, Prabhuji.
Voice was low. Yeah.
Because
Mridanga sound was coming?
Now it is little better, Prabhuji.
Mridanga sound was coming?
Mridanga sound I couldn't hear at all, Prabhuji.
You were not able to hear. It was with me. Fine. Kartal was there.
Kartal, it was feeble, but we could still hear, but Mridanga, no, Prabhuji.
Okay. Next time I'll not use Mridanga. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all the wonderful devotees. Yeah. Made up the choice to attend these sessions and make your life serious. This is this beginning of the human life. Okay, thank you. And today, the most subtle part, Kaala, time. We'll try to understand what is this time. So before that, let us start with the humble prayers, requesting the Guru and Krishna, by their mercy, we get empowered, we get qualified to understand this divine things. Okay, so let us start with prayers. Om Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshta Bhutale Srimate Jayapata Kaswaminiti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nityapadaya Gauragata Padaya Nagaragara Bhattarane Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girimat Kripa Tamaham Vandeshi Gurum Dirataranam Paramanandam Madhavam Chaitanya. Okay, so before starting, let us show gratitude and thanks to His Divine Grace Avai Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And today's agenda. Who is time? Clear? Who is time? Actually, it's a personality. Time, we see that in the wall clock. No. That is to understand what is the time going on now. But actually, time is a person. So let us try to understand who is that person. So who is time, or is known as Kaala? Then what is time, or effects of time and Kaala, and how time works. Clear? Yes. So these are the topics today we'll be discussing. So before entering the topic, one thing can understand: how is our lifestyle? How are we leading in this life? How this time of our previous life, of our future life, the present life, and in this present life, future and past, so many things are working at a time. This is how our life leads. And there's a line going beside this time, which is always the lotus hands of the Lord, always trying to protect us in all the circumstances, all the time, in any kind of situation. Lord is there to help us, which is invisible to us. You can see this picture. There is a tree and a person is just hanging to a branch there. And that branch has been bitten by two rats, a white rat and a black rat. And you can see that elephant, it is trying to pull out that whole tree. And below the tree, there is a pond. In that pond, there are poisonous snakes waiting to bite that person. Dear, is there any chance to escape from this? Is there any chance? No. This is our life. It is so dangerous situation. Even fraction of second is getting wasted. At any moment, the branch might fall down. At any moment, the snake can bite us by leaving the branch, or any time that elephant can pull out the tree. And next to that, there is the Supreme Lord stretching his hands. Please hold on to me. Hold on to me. But what are we doing? You can see above that there is a honeybees, this thing. So some drops of honey is dropping from that, what I can say, bag. So this person is putting his tongue outside and trying to taste the sweetness of that honey. This is our life. Scriptures say very clearly how are we living in this material world. See, we are way too engrossed with worldly pleasures depicted as the honey drops, and so we miss God. Lord is stretching his hands. He wants us to help us. At any moment, he wants to help us. But what are we doing? We're engrossed in the drops of honey. That's our material pleasure. Wanted to satisfy eyes, tongue, ears, all my senses I want to satisfy. And never I'm able to see the Supreme Lord here. Clear? Then the elephant, our past karmas, is holding us down in our current life, and we are paying for more past actions. So what we have done in our previous life, that is what we are experiencing now. Let it be happiness or sorrow, whatever. It's called as punya and papa. What have we committed in our previous lives? We are just experiencing that in this present life. And now what are you doing? You'll be experiencing in our past life, next future life. Clear? Yes. The snakes are waiting to bite back in the future lifetimes if we continue to indulge only in pleasures and wrongdoings. If we don't give our hand to the Supreme Lord, definitely we are going to fall into that pond, as snakes are waiting to bite us. This is our present karmas that we are doing. It is ready to come back to us in our future life. Our current reality is the only thing which decides our future. What is that? Burn all past karmas by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and engage in devotional service. This is the Lord's hand. This is the Lord's hand. In Bhagavad Gita, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the spiritual masters, the devotees, till the end of this session, you will see all this. It's a line going next to them. Always there's a hand of the Supreme Lord trying to help us. So elephant is Purvajanma karma, snake in the well or future coming karmas, branch of tree is current life, time cut by white day, black night rats. Day and night are cutting the branch. Our lifespan has been just cutting. In this at most dangerous condition, man tastes drops of honey from bee hive, that is finch of pleasure. Just calculating in our life, just not even seconds, this pleasure we want to experience, but we neglect the God and sip honey drops. This is our life. So how do we take our life? That is our based on our intelligence, the knowledge. And that is Bhagavad Gita, which helps every of us how to lead our life. Clear? So now how this time is working, you can see here. Then who is the time now? Universal form of the Lord shows the power of the time. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this. What is time? Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Lokakshaya Krit Pravruddho Lokan Samahartum Iha Pravrutaha Rute Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Ye Vastitha Prati Anikeshu Yodaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am. So who's the time? It is the Supreme Lord. Can anyone control the time? So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, that is spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada, he says, even if you give millions of dollars, you cannot get back even a second. The most precious thing in this whole world is time. Once past, can never take it back. But foolishly, how much are we wasting that precious time? Isn't it? Yes. Time I am, the great destroyer of the world. And I have come here to destroy all people. I come here to destroy everyone as time. See, time is something, a particle in all the products. We saw this 24 elements. The same way is time is a part which is sitting in all the parts you can think. For example, take a machinery, anything. You can take one washing machine or mixer. The life of that machine is for 15 years, 20 years we can think. Even you use, you don't use, it will get spoiled. The time of this body is 70 years, 80 years, 60 years, something like that. Even you use, you don't use, it gets spoiled. One day you will die. It is precious. So how have you utilized this body matters. There is two ways. One going on the top, going on the down. Which way I have taken? Sense gratification degrades us. Spiritual life elevates us. So which direction have I taken? Clear? With the expectation of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here, with the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Everyone will be killed other than the Pandavas because you have taken my shelter. Time will not work on you. Time will not work on you. But the whole Kuru, 11 Akshoin is this side, 7 Akshoin is this side. Everyone are going to be slain. Everyone are going to die other than this Pandavas. Clear? Till then, we don't take shelter of the Supreme Lord. We cannot control the time. Then somebody will be asking the question, oh, if we take shelter of the Lord, can we control the time? Yes, definitely. You can win the death. We can win our death. So let us go further. It is serious matter to how to utilize our time, in which purpose, how to do this. And Krishna, who is time? Lord is the origin of all living beings. Thus, by the material manifestation, everything comes under time. So Lord is the origin of all. He is the creator. There is time. And time is in this material world. And in material world also it works differently. It is not that it works same to all. No. Based on our surrender to the Supreme Lord. Krishna says, Etamam prapadyasitam tatai bhajamiham. The influence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is felt in the time factor. We can experience the Lord by our time factor. Clear? which causes fear of death due to the false ego of the deluded soul who has contacted material nature. Each and every one of us are always in fear. What is that fear? We don't know when our death is going to come. And you will say, no, Prabhu, I don't have such fears. I am happy. I don't have that fear, they say. But we have that subtle fear. Sometimes, even when we are going out of the house somewhere, somebody will say, you take care. Be careful. What is that? Fear of death. Something might happen. Be careful. What is that something? The death can come at any moment. Be careful. It can come as an accident. It can come as slipping your leg. It can come by somebody else. Anything can happen. So be careful. The fear is only one fear. It is death. And devotees don't have this fear, because time is under their control. Till then, they don't request the death to come. It will not come to them. You can see Bhishmadev also. He requested the death. Please come. And it came. It was Supreme Lord. So Supreme Lord should take up this 18-day session and then get into this Bhagavatam. Then you'll understand many more things. So actually, the Supreme Lord dances on the words of the devotees. He takes the order of the devotees. He will never go, what I can say, against the desires of their devotees. That is the position where Lord gives to the devotees. So once we become devotees, even we'll be able to control the time. A small thing I'll say to understand. In our parampara, there's a person by name Haridas Thakur. Actually, is a Mohammedan, is a Muslim. But Mahaprabhu renamed him like, he gave a, what I can say, renamed like Namacharya. Nama means holy name. Acharya is the Acharya to holy name, because by one day he used to chant 300 names of the holy names of the Lord. He used to chant 3 lakh times. Now, Mataji, how many times did she take to chant one round? More than 13 to 14 minutes she took. Okay. An expert chanting, if you do also, it takes 7 minutes. So chanting 3 lakh name times, it almost takes 24 hours. 23 to 24 hours it takes you. Clear? He was chanting. Then he needs at least 2 hours for his daily work, taking bath or nature call, all those things. Yes. So 26 hours. Then with Nityananda Prabhu used to preach for 4 hours every day. He used to go and preach for 4 hours. So 26 plus 4, 30 years. Then definitely has to take rest. At least you can imagine 2 hours of sleep. 32 hours. Where is this time coming from? Are you able to understand? Where is this time coming from? The time increases to a devotee. This is a vriddhi. It expands. For everyone, it's 24 hours only. For him also, it's 24 hours. But that 24 hours, it's expanding. The 1 hour you spend it here, it will expand. The chanting of 10 minutes will expand. You can see in the devotee's life, the time is expanding. They are experiencing the more time. The time is 24 hours only. But to his personal experience, he'll be experiencing that. Today, I feel that there is more time. That is the Supreme Lord. Time is the Lord. It expands to the devotees and it shrinks to the non-devotees. When you more engage in a sense gratification and you go more away from the Lord, the time passes like this. Clear? Yes. Okay. Mrityu sarva harasya chaham. Krishna says, I am all devouring death. Now let us go further. Kaala is more than time or watch. It is not only the watch which we see. You can see this Kaala, this spaceship or a Saura Mandala, however you say this. See, the eternal time factor has no beginning and no end. It is the representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the maker of the criminal world. Yesterday we saw this in Prakriti, yes, and Jiva also we saw this. This material world is a prison house. It's been created to punish the mischievous or the miscreants or against the Supreme Lord's orders. Clear? So we are all definitely criminals. That's why we are in this material world. Otherwise, we are not supposed to be here. Our real house in the spiritual world. Clear? Yes. The punishment, there is many ways of punishment to this material world. In a prison also, some prisoners are being beaten. Some prisoners are given very burdenful work. Many types of things. The same way, this whole world has been punished by this time. Always in a fear, something I'm going to lose in my life. Some product, even this mobile might be lost or it gets spoiled. Something I'm going to lose or myself I'm going to lose. Two things here. Whatever you purchase, there is a time for that. You should utilize. There is a hurry in everyone's life, you know. Prabhupada says it's a dog race, like they're running and running and running. Hey, time up, time up. Because you cannot earn more, you cannot enjoy more, you cannot in this way because time is vanishing like anything. Clear? Yes, that is the punishment. We cannot be peaceful. But a devotee is always in a peace. Why? That time expands to him. The time is not running beyond his decisions, beyond his desires. It's moving very calmly. So he is peaceful. But for a non-devotee, is an anxiety always because the time is passing away. Clear? Yes, it's all very subtle things. Till then you don't chant. Till then you don't have humble prayers. It might enter your ears and go through the other ears. It will not enter your heart. It will not penetrate your heart. Till then the heart is not pure. That's why I request everyone to chant. Once you start chanting, heart becomes purified. It is based how much pure it is, at least so much it will enter the heart. So much transformation, realization will happen to us. That is the transformation or the changing, the turning point of our life. Clear? This is how you can see many exalted saints who just in fractions of seconds, their life was changed because there somewhere the heart was pure. Some message entered, penetrated the heart. You can see Purandara Dasa's pastime. His name was Navakoti Narayana. He was such a, what I can say, businessman. He was very stingy. He would not help even a single person. Even the beggars, he was not helping. He was a very rich person. Only one experience in his life. He gave up everything. Everything, the whole wealth he gave up. He just got hold of that veena or tamburi something. He started preaching the names of the Lord, chanting the holy names of the Lord. He gave up everything. Some we sitting, sorry to say this, we are all fools. Sometimes we say, oh, that fool, you see, he had so much of richness, he left everything and went. We'll be thinking in that way. Actually, we are fools, but we claim them to be fools who have taken the real life. Okay, yes. It brings about the end of the phenomenal world. It carries on the work of creation by bringing one individual into existence from another. And likewise, it dissolves the universe by destroying even the Lord of Death, Yamaraja. The Lord of Death, Yamaraj, even he is under this purview of this time. From the Brahma Loka to Pathala, anyhow, I'll cover all those things. Everyone is under this time. No one can escape from this time. It's only a devotee who is surrendered to the Lord can escape. For example, there is a government officer or somebody in an army, somewhere you think in a police officer, somebody, you have a friend. There will be a system there, nobody can enter or nobody can go, something like that. But when you're his friend, when you enter and you say his name, you're allowed to go. For example, in military campus also, you cannot enter. But there's a friend of you who is a major or somebody inside. You say that is my friend. And he says, yes, he's my friend. You're welcome with a red carpet. Correct? With respectfully, they'll enter, make you to enter this. Otherwise, they're holding a big gun and they're waiting. Nobody should enter this. Once the Lord is our friend, the time just works based on our desires. I request, yes, I want to go, yes. When the Lord says permits, the time works based on that. Clear? Yes. Now, starts with fresh and later decomposes and vanishes. All these elements which we discussed yesterday, the 24 elements of this material world, definitely it gets vanishes, decomposes and vanishes. That's what I say. Any product in this world, you take mobile, you take machine, you take whatever your sensitivity, whatever is visible from this eyes, even this body decomposes and vanishes. This is the nature of this world. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. It is ashashvata. It is temporary because it is passing away. So there is always dukkhalaya, anxiety and sorrow, miserable. How do you feel? You love something very, for example, your parent, someone, I don't want to say because I don't know how it will hurt you. Your father, your mother, you love so much. One day they'll die. You are so much attached to them. You cannot leave them, but definitely they will die. And next, you will be attached to your children, your wife. You have to die. You are living one day. Just feel that experience. How is it? So struggling, miserable things, not only material things, even the relationships, everything is going to be the same. Clear? Yes. So is the force on the material things to reach the destination or destruction? To reach the destination or destruction. As I said, we will be passing, we cannot stand still. We will be passing, elevating or degrading. Some or the other direction. Which direction have we taken? We will keep on moving. If we take the material decisions or the sense gratificatory things in our life, we will be degrading day after day, day after day, day after day. You can see our present life. In those days, how it was, and today, how it is. Clear? It was started a small thing only. We started a small deviation towards the sense gratification things, and now it has been degraded like anything. The relationships, those days, marriage, how it was, nowadays, how it is. How is our school life and how is today's school life? Many things. You can see the difference. And those days, the dealings with friends and even the business, it was so cool. Like you purchase something, you go to purchase some vegetables and anything. Very simple. They wait for 1 kilo and they'll put 2 vegetables extra. Happy. Today, very scared. Where they do some cheating and even 1 kilo I don't get. They will give 900 grams. Always you'll check the scale, check the somewhere. Oh, digital scale is gone. In digital scale also they have a remote, Just by remote they'll decrease the weight. Anxiety. Can you experience this? This is our lifestyle. In those days we are so peaceful. Even to a kid you can give money and send, and you can have complete faith nobody is going to cheat him. You'll come back with that amount. I had experienced. I was very small kid. They used to give me 10 rupees or 5 rupees something to purchase something. And I don't know anything. In those days, small kid, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 or something. I'll go there, purchase, give that amount. And then they will give. And I don't know what to say also. They'll write in paper and give. I don't know whether you all can remember this childhood things. So go give the slip. They'll give all the items and take the money and give it back. They'll come. I'll come and small boy, come and give in the house. So much of faith was there. So much of trust was there. Today, no. Why? We have degraded. We are away from the Supreme Lord. Clear? Yes. Just as the fruits and flowers of a tree in due course of time undergoes 6 changes. There's a 6th change you saw in this Jiva also. There's 6 changes in this matter. That is birth, existence, growth, transformation, dwindling, and then death. The material body, which is obtained by the spirit soul under different circumstances, undergoes similar changes. However, there are no such changes for the spirit soul. So when My consciousness is spiritual. When my consciousness is the spirit soul, I don't have such kind of changes in my life. Yes, to external world, somebody is seeing that, oh, this person is also getting old. Yes, but I don't experience that because I'm in a superior knowledge. I can understand beyond that the age or it is getting older. It's this body, it's not me, because I am in the spiritual platform. The vision is different. A materialistic person's vision and a spiritualistic person's vision is different. Clear? Let us go further. Now, conversation between Narada and Vyasadeva. Now, Vyasadeva, you know Vyasadeva, who has compiled this Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam, 18 Puranas, Upanishads, many things, and dividing this Vedas, so many things Vyasadeva has done. Who is his spiritual master? It's Narada. So once he's asking a question to him, oh great sage, time annihilates everything in due course. So how is it that this subject matter, which happened prior to this day of Brahma, is still fresh in your memory and disturbed by time? Previous day of Brahma. Now anyhow, make a note. In the coming slides, you'll see that the time of Brahma also. Now he's asking, Narada Muni is saying his pastime or something previous to Brahma's life. Now Vyasadeva is asking, how is that? It is still so fresh in your memory. How are we degraded? We forget what happened yesterday. Forget about one day of Brahma or last year or something. We forget what happened yesterday. Many times we miss out our daily works. Sometimes always in your house, in my house, somewhere, wife will be chastening. How many times should I say to get this? Arey Baba, I forgot today. I'll do it tomorrow. We don't say this. We do it. Forgetfulness is so much. We forget. But Narada Muni was able to remember his previous life. That is Brahma's previous day. Previous day is one kalpa, you know. This is spirituality for you. This is spiritual life. You don't forget anything when you be in our soul platform. See, this is a pastime of Narada Muni. Narada Muni in his previous life, actually he was a son of a maidservant. Because, so I don't want to go more previous. Okay, still there we'll stand. So he was a son of maidservant. Once he got an opportunity to serve the Bhakti Vedantas. As a maidservant, she was serving them and they all came during this Chaturmas. Chaturmas, actually sadhus don't move. Other time they just move the whole world and start preaching. But during this Chaturmas, they be in one place. So that is the time that he got the opportunity. As small boy, he started serving them. He was very happy. Bhakti Vedantas. Then he took their permission to take their Maha. Maha in the sense, their remnants. They said they loved this boy. They said, yes, we can take. Just taking their remnants, he transformed. Anything spiritual touched to the soul transforms at once. And Bhakti Vedanta is very great devotees of the Lord. They changed him. See, oh virtuous one, you have only once seen my person. This happens when Narada Muni, by their blessings, finally his mother also was lost. And by their instructions and guidance, he went towards the north. Just a small boy at the age of 5 something. He's been realized now by the blessings of the Bhakti Vedantist. This is the power of a spiritual person, a spiritual master. Without the blessings of spiritual master, he cannot progress in our spiritual life. Okay, he was blessed and he was empowered. So he was experiencing the realization. He, as guidance of this Bhakti Vedanta, he started moving towards the north. And he experienced on his way so many things. He saw so many things. He saw many, what I can say, cave of gold, diamonds, and many things like that. And there were fearful things, lions and tigers coming across him. See, there's a fear and there is a sorrow, there's a happiness, everything in this way. But he was not attached to anything. He was not even fearful also. He was not scared that somebody will come and kill me or some animal will come. No. It was not even attached to any gold or the towns, the villages, everything was passing and going. It was not attached to anything. This is what should happen in our life. When you are going through this, our spiritual life, nothing should be attached to it. Yes, this happens when we progress, when we come to the superior knowledge. Then finally was meditating on the Lord, and Lord appeared to him. Then he said, this is only once you will be able to see me. See my person, and this is just to increase your desire for me. Still, you're not qualified, but still, this is my mercy. I'm coming in front of you, giving my divine vision, or giving my, what I can say, darshan to you. Because the more you hanker for me, the more you will be freed from all material desires. Make a note of it. The more you try to engage in the spiritual activity, the more you try to meditate on the Lord, the more you try to chant the holy names of the Lord, you will be free from the binding of this material world. We get free day after day, we get free. Then in this way, Lord blesses him that in the next life, that will be the end. Next, you will be able to see me. Then that was a time of annihilation. I kept it here. So that was a time of annihilation. See, intelligence engaged in my devotion cannot be covered at any time, even at the time of creation as well as at the time of annihilation. That's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also. Neha vikramanashosi pratyana vidyate solpamapyasya dharmasya trayato mahato bayat. Anything you take to this spiritual thing, you will never forget to many lifetimes. Even the next life, you will start from there where you are left. Material things, nothing comes with you. With us, nothing it comes, isn't it? Yes, but spirituality will come. Anything that we have learned in this Bhagavad Gita continues for the next life. The realizations that we are experienced continues to our next life. We will start from there. You can see many people who come to this 18-day sessions or the 6-day session, something like this, they'll transform because previously they have done something. So they'll become very much serious. They take up in very serious way and they start growing like anything. Others, they'll be still sleeping. No, okay. It just goes on like that. Clear? Yes. And anything you take the spiritual, it will never get annihilated. It is eternal. Your remembrance will continue by my mercy. So Lord is blessing to that. Narada Muni, you will never forget me. So then if there was an annihilation, the whole creation was annihilated. Then in the next day, annihilation happens at the night of Brahma. Then the next day of Brahma, when he started this creation, it was Narada Muni, who was the son of Lord Brahma, Manasaputra. He takes birth. And today we know who is Narada Muni, a great devotee of Lord. How many devotees have been liberated by him? This Ramayana, who's written this Ramayana? Is written by Valmiki. Who was he? His name was Ratnakar. He was a dacoit. Just by the mercy of Narada Muni, he became a great saint like Valmiki, who's writing Ramayana. You know this Ramayana, how was it? Was written in Treta Yuga. During the period of Rama, it was written. And Brahma comes and blesses him. You write Ramayana. And the Lord says, Valmiki, whatever you write, that will be my pastime. Not that after my pastime you write. You start writing Ramayana. Before the pastime is completed, Ramayana was completed. And Ramayana, Rama's activities is based on the writings of Valmiki. This is the position of devotee. Not, you see, our, what we say sometimes, our fate, Talrata, our fate, something we'll say like that. What is that? It's already written, this is what will happen. But even the Lord wants his fate to be decided by his devotees. What was written in Ramayana, that is what happening. Even before Lavakusha's birth, it was written. Clear? Yes, this is the position of a devotee. And who is a devotee? Who takes shelter of Lord. And for this yuga, it is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Clear? Now, effects of time. Spiritual knowledge reveals time. Once you take up the spiritual knowledge, the time has been revealed to you. Till then, you cannot experience. You can see the outside world. They're running like anything. Nothing, no time they could understand. Time up, run, run, run. That is it. The subject is summarized by the statement that above all the different branches of knowledge is the supreme control of Kaala, the plenary representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nothing exists without him. The whole creation. And see, I don't have much time to explain more. Even these three gunas which we discussed yesterday is based on time, you know. A Sattva-guni person will have more time. A Tamo-guni person will have less time. He cannot come on time. We'll say, sorry, sir, time up, sir. Please excuse me for this time. Person who's in Sattva-guna, he'll come 5 minutes before and he'll sit. Because the time is expanding to him. He's very calm always. Well, many times we'll think, oh, he's planning well because he came 10 minutes before. No. Even because 10 minutes more or whatever he has come, because he has taken that decision, because he is in Sattva-guna. His time is always more, it expands. Nothing exists without him. And therefore, everything, however wonderful it may appear to our meager knowledge, is but the work of the magical want of the Supreme Lord. We can go only in our material knowledge, but all the activities, all the visible thing, whichever we are seeing, it's all the Supreme Lord's Leela. As far as time is concerned, we beg to subjoin here with a table of timing in terms of the modern clock. You'll see how the time is working in this chart based on our timings, that is the wall clock. Everyone know about Paksha, Krishna Paksha, Shukla Paksha. It is the 15 days, 1 month. So 1 month has two, that is full moon day and the waning moon and the waxing moon. Clear? Yes, that is known as Krishna Paksha and Shukla Paksha. The 15 days. You can see here how this time has been divided. We have only seconds, minutes, but you can see here this scriptures, how it has been divided. Then 1 night, 12 hours. Then 1 prahara is known as 3 hours. 1 danda, 30 minutes. 1 lagu, 2 minutes. 1 kashta, 8 seconds. And 1 kshana. This has been 8 seconds divided by 5. Then 1 nimisha, that same 8 divided by 15. Because we know based on seconds, so it is calculation is being given by seconds. That same 8 seconds divided by 15 becomes nimisha. And lava, the same 8 seconds divided by 45 becomes lava. And 1 veda, the same 8 seconds divided by 135. And 1 truti, the same 8 seconds divided by 13,500 times. That becomes truti. Clear? 2 pakshas comprise 1 month and 12 months comprise 1 calendar year or 1 full orbit of the sun. A human being is expected to live up to 100 years. That is the way of the controlling measure of eternal time. I don't think now we all live till 100 years. Why? In those days, they used to live for 120 years, 150 years also. But we are not able to live. Why? Our lifestyle. We are spoiling ourselves. Nobody. Certainly we. Simple thing. The more you eat, the more you die faster, you know. The more you enjoy, the more you die faster. The more you breathe, the faster the death. Our death or our time span is being calculated by our breath. Not the days, the time. Breath. And a peaceful person who is a devotee, there's no anxiety. There's no need to have huge breath. But a person is in anxiety, breathes heavily. So who's heavily breathing, his time is being vanished. His time or his day, everything is just going more faster than other. Our death also is very fast. That's why nowadays people die at the age of 60, 70 on this. Because their whole life was in anxiety. The more the anxiety you have, the lifespan reduces. Okay? And you can see how the time works to this whole universe. Celestial bodies have much longer time than the living entities on Earth. You know this 14 planetary systems? Satyaloka, Tapaloka, Janaloka, Maharloka, and Swargaloka, Bhuvarloka, Bhuloka. And down it is Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala. How the time works? We have 24 hours, you know. The whole universe have 24 hours only. There's no change. Just to understand this, I'll say a small story. Once in Srimad Bhagavatam it comes, there was a king by name Revata. And he was a great devotee of the Lord. He had a son by name Kukudmi. And that Kukudmi had a daughter by name Revati. Revati, you heard about it? Revati. So he had a desire. He was a great king, Kukudmi. And actually, Revata was a person who built a kingdom on the ocean. Many things, I don't go more depth into it. Okay, Kukudmi, he thought he wanted to give his daughter to the best of the universal person, the best king of this world. To whom should I take the guidance now? He thought, let me take with Brahma. Brahma is the creator. He knows who's the best person. So let me take his guidance. He will call his daughter Revati, and they both go to the Brahmaloka. From Bhuloka, they're going to Brahmaloka. When in Brahmaloka, what happened? There was something, I think Saraswati or someone, they was playing some musical thing, and Kukudmi thought, why should I waste my time? Sorry, why should I disturb Brahma? Let me wait for few seconds, few minutes, nothing wrong. He waited for 1 minute or 2 minutes. After that, this thing, then he spoke to Lord Brahma. Brahma, I need small guidance from you that who is the best person for my daughter? I am expecting this kings. There are so many kings. You had a big list. These are the list I have. In this, who is the best, do you think? Then Brahma says, forget about them. Their sons, many generations, all have been lost now. 28 Divya Yugas have been passed. How much? 28 Divya Yugas in this earth is being passed because you have spent this 2 minutes here. Time is same there also. Time will not change. It is the same experience. But this is the time you've been in the celestial world and our material world here in this earthly planet. Only just 1 minute in Brahmaloka, here it becomes many yugas. And what about Swarga, you know? You know Uttarayana and Dakshinayana, what is that? Uttarayana is the day and Dakshinayana is the night. To whom? For the people who are in the heavenly planets, that is Swargaloka. For us, it is 1 year. For us, what is 1 year? For them, it is 1 day. This is how time works. The more you surrender to the Lord, the more the time expands. And what about, and where is Naraka, you know, where is the hellish planets? Below this Patala Loka. There are 28 hellish planets. 28 hellish planets. And how is the time works there? For us 1 day, for them it will be millions of years. Sometimes they last, no? After that, immediately this person will take birth. Yes. And they'll say, my grandfather has taken my birth as my son. Something will say, you know, sometimes like that. In the olden days, nowadays, we don't have that concept also. How is it? Is it true? Yes, it is true. Meanwhile, what happens? If he has a sinful person, he'll go to the hellish planets. He'll experience many millions of years, suffer there. And then he'll come back. And don't think, oh, only 1 second, no. Not 1 second. They'll experience the same 24 hours per day there. Like that, millions of years he'll be boiled in that oil. He'll be fried. Many things will be done. And then he'll come and take birth here. It's a fraction of a second only it happens. This is how the time works based on different consciousness of that living entity. How much he has surrendered to the Lord, so much the time expands. How much away from the Lord is, so much the time shrinks to him. Clear? Now, material duration is limited and is calculated according to the kalpas. Bhuta gramasa evayam bhutva bhutva praliyate ratri agame vasapartha prabhavati ahar agame. Again and again, when Brahma's day arrives, all living entities come into being, and with the arrival of Brahma's night, they are helplessly annihilated. You saw in the pastime of Narada Muni, it's annihilated. The same thing happens to everyone. Helplessly, they are annihilated. The night, the annihilation just takes away. The time cannot be stopped. Annihilation means what? Once again, okay, now let us go to the Brahma's day, Kalpa. Then you'll come to understand how much you are losing the time, what happens in our life, all those things here. The calculation of Brahma's day. You know this Kali Yuga? Our Kali Yuga. I hope you all at least understand these basic things. We are living in Kali Yuga. What is the time or the lifespan of this Kali Yuga? You know, it is 4,32,000 years. And what's our year now? We say it's 2023. No, it is 5,000 some change, 5,500 some change years, 5,179 or something is there. Sorry, I forgot that. Okay, 5,000 change years, 5,500 somewhere it is there nearby. Clear? But actually it is 4,32,000 years. And Dwapar Yuga, 8,64,000 years. Treta Yuga, 12,96,000 years. And Satya Yuga, 17,28,000 years. Divya Yuga, all total of this 4 yugas is known as Divya Yuga, which is 43,20,000 years of the Divya Yuga. And what is Kalpa? Kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. And Divya Yuga multiplied by 1,000 is equal to 1 Kalpa. 1,000 Divya Yugas is equal to 1 day of Brahma, that is 1 Kalpa. When Brahma sleeps, and what is this Kalpa, you know? It is 1 day or 1 night. It's the same time, that day and night. So 1 night means it is, what I can say, 1,000 Divya Yugas. That will be the night, that is the annihilation. After that, when Brahma's day starts, once again, he starts creation. Time is very short. Don't waste. Time is so much now, you'll be thinking now. It'll vanish like anything. Don't waste it. Clear? And you can see here. Now, let us go more depth into our living style. This Kali Yuga, how should we live? Forget about the timings. What is the qualities of this Kali Yuga? See here. In Satya Yuga, the Dharma was standing in 4 legs. Dharma was standing in 4 legs. In Treta Yuga, it was in 3 legs. Dwapara Yuga, it was in 2 legs. And Kali Yuga, it is standing in 1 leg. What is that Dharma? Dharma's 4 legs. It is Daya, Tapasya, Shaucham, and Satyam. That is mercy, austerity, cleanliness, and truthfulness. These are the 4 legs of Dharma. And what is Bhakti, you know? Bhakti stands beyond that Dharma. Clear? You're able to understand? And we don't have these 4 steps, 4 legs. No Bhakti. Bhakti will not grow in us. Bhakti you cannot develop without standing on these 4 pillars of Dharma. And that 4 pillars of Dharma will be broken by committing such offenses. What is that? Mercy will be lost in us by meat eating. Yesterday also we saw something about that. How we get degraded to this ignorance or the tamoguna. By eating meat, mercy will be lost from our heart. You know, you don't feel that, no, because nowadays modern. In those days, for example, in the house, you want to be a non-vegetarian. You have to get a goat or a chicken, anything, and you have to cut by yourself. And you can see in the when the children, they feel very bad. Oh, Papa, please don't cut this, leave this, because they have that mercy. But these elders, they don't have mercy. They just cut through this kitchen or something, and chicken, and then they start eating it. We are losing the mercy. Today, what is happening? Every day we eat. That means so much of mercy has been lost. There is no mercy within us. How do we can expect that Bhakti will develop within us? Then austerity. Tapasya will be lost by intoxication. Array, we cannot stand ourselves. How can we go and meditate there? Here, tapasya you cannot do. Then cleanliness. Cleanliness has been lost by illicit sex life. Akrama sambandha say. And this is in all the three ways. That is manasa, vacha, karmena. Not only activities. Today I was saying, we were discussing the school life itself, you start this. Where is cleanliness? Everyone's mind, heart, everything is in impure state. Forget about activities. Nowadays, even activities have been spoiled. Okay, truthfulness by gambling. What is gambling? Don't think only gambling means playing cards and doing something. No, betting. No. Gambling means even the business nowadays has become gambling. Where Satya has been lost, where there is a lie, it becomes a gambling. So these four pillars are important. And now Kali Yuga is standing in one leg. Kali Yuga is standing in one leg. This is the pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam. There is something special to this Kali Yuga also. What is that? Sutta Goswami said, Maharaj Parishad, thus being petitioned by the personality of Kali, gave him permission to reside in places where gambling, drinking, prostitution, and animal slaughter were performed. Actually, Parishit Maharaj is the son of Abhimanyu. Who is Abhimanyu? Abhimanyu is son of Arjuna. Clear? And Parishit Maharaj was such a great person who was saved by the Lord within the womb. When Ashwatthama through this Brahmastra, it was the Supreme Lord entered the womb of Uttara and he protected Parishit Maharaj. His name came as Parishit because from the womb he was searching for the Lord. Parishit, testing, who is Krishna, who is Krishna? Even coming out, his eyes was just always turning around, searching for Krishna. That's why his name became Parishit. Such a great person. And once he goes out to protect the whole world, any miscreants, anything to punish them or something like that. So to see the protection of his subjects, he was going. Once he saw a Kali. That was the time where Dwapara Yuga is ending and Kali is coming. He was just punishing a bull and cow was there. He was about to cut the feet of that bull. Actually, bull is the Dharma Devata. So no time to say, many things are there. So no time to say. Bull, without the cultivation of the land should happen by bull. There's Amruta from the heavenly celestial planets come through the bull's back. And from there, it enters the feet of the bull and enters to the land. That grain which we eat, it is with dharma. The dharma things will develop in us. The milk of mother cow, it develops the intelligence, the knowledge of realization, self-realization. Without the milk of cow, you cannot self-realize. This is their mother and father. Is dharma and this mother earth in the form of cow. Many things. Okay, this is how we are losing our life. We are spoiling our life, Adharma is always they want to cut the cows. Why? They wanted to develop this adharma. But we being devotees, being in dharma, we don't understand because we are fools. We don't have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and scriptural knowledge. We think, oh, what is wrong? Let it happen. Nowadays, even we have become demons now. Okay, forget about that whole thing. There was a story. Then Kali is cutting this and Parikshit Maharaj comes at once. He comes to kill him. He was so powerful, he was able to kill even Kali. Then finally, Kali asks for forgiveness and he just catches holds of his legs and he's asking. Then finally he says, okay. Then finally he says, Kali asks permission because now Kali has to come. This is the creation. So please give me some place in your kingdom. The kingdom means it was a whole earthly planet was under Parishit Maharaj. And he requested for it. Then he said, no, you cannot be in my kingdom. You cannot be now. After me, you can come. But Kali requested, because you are bad. Then finally, there was a big conversation. He says, there is a poison in snake and scorpion. Who is keeping that? Is it the fault of snake? No, it is the Supreme Lord who has kept the poison in the snake. Actually, Kali Yuga is bad. It is created by the Lord. So we have to accept. You have to give me some place. By your permission, somewhere I should live. Then one more great quality was there. That's why he allowed. What is that, Actually, in Satyuga, whatever good thing you do, you get a result. Bad thing you do, you get the bad results for that. How is that? In Satyuga, for example, you are doing some charity. For a Brahmana, you're giving one cow as a charity. You get the highest results for that. And no need to do anything. Just you're thinking, this person is very bad, I should kill him. This person is very bad, I should kill him. You'll get the result. You are not committed any mistake. Just by thinking mentally, you get the result that you have killed a Brahmana. This is the effect of Satyuga. What is Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga is a boon to us, Actually, in Kali Yuga, you don't get the sin till then you don't kill that person. You kill that person, you get the sin. Just by thinking, you don't get the sin. But for good things, no need to give any charity also. Just thinking that I wanted to give charity to this person, you get the result of giving the charity. You get the results. Just thinking, mentally thinking to be a good person itself, you get the results. That is Kali Yuga. So hearing this, even Parikshit Maharaj was so happy. Oh, is it? Then my subjects will be benefited. All my kingdom people, everyone will be benefited because always they think good. No need to do good things also. Just thinking good, you'll get good results. But we are so unfortunate, we cannot even think good. We are so envious of everyone. We always think this person should die, that person should die, this should happen, that should happen. And we don't get results for bad thinkings. Only when you think good, you get the results. That is the specialty of this Kali Yuga. Then finally, Parikshit Maharaj thinks, okay, you can be in my kingdom. But only 4 places I'll give you. That was the 4 places where we are going to break the 4 pillars of the Dharma. And what happened, he came back, rotating the whole universe. He came back, whole kingdom, earthly planet, he came back. My dear king, there is no place in your kingdom. Can you imagine? The whole earthly planet, there was no gambling, there was no intoxication, there was no prostitution, there was no animal slaughter, no meat eating, nothing. The whole earthly planet. Then he requests, you should and must give me a place. Even mentally, I was not able to. And Kali, he enters even in the mind. He's very subtle. So even in mentally also I was not able to find any of your kingdom people having these 4 defects. So now it is your duty to give me a place. As a king, it is your responsibility to give me a place. So the personality of Kali asked for something more. And because of his begging, the king gave him permission to live where there is gold. Then he said, okay, where is gold? Because gold gatheration means more of sense enjoyment. Where you accumulate more wealth, okay, you can be there. Because wherever there is gold, there is also falsity, intoxication, lust, envy, and enmity. Automatically starts growing that. So when there's more wealth, obviously we get pride. Yes. So all those things are there. So fine, you can take shelter where there is more gold. Therefore, whoever desires progressive well-being, especially kings, religionists, public leaders, brahmanas, and sannyasis, should never come in contact with the 4 above-mentioned irreligious principles. Now, it is for us. If we take up these 4 things, meat eating, intoxication, and illicit sex, and gambling, we cannot progress. A king shouldn't have this. A guru, a teacher shouldn't have these 4 defects or 4 kinds of offensive things where he is doing in his life. Or a sannyasi. Today, what is happening? The whole world is running behind that. The whole world is in this. And now, we being devotees, we have taken the path of spirituality. We should be away from these 4 things. Try to be at least. We can progress. That's what Krishna is saying. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Nobody will change in one day, but we can practice for that. We get empowered by chanting the holy names of the Lord, then we'll be able to cross all these things. Then, duration of Bhagavad Gita. I hope this has been explained previously also. So where Prabhupada is explaining the time factor. This is what? This is the other way where the hand of the Lord is coming along with us. Always is stretching his hands. Any moment I can just keep my hand to him. Give my hand to him. He will help me. That's it. Through the holy names, through Bhagavad Gita, and many things. The time Time is passing, and the same thing, even along with that, the Supreme Lord's hand is also there to help us. Clear? And this parampara you can see here. You can, if everyone have Bhagavad Gita, please, if you don't have a Bhagavad Gita, take a copy of it. Bhagavad Gita as it is. In that, after introduction, you can see this parampara. Krishna, Brahma, Narada, Vyasa, Madhva, Madhvendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, Lord Chaitanya, Rupa Goswami, Sanat, Jiva Goswami, then Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, and then Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das, then Bhakti Siddhanta, then A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This is how it comes. Actually, many things I missed out here. It is 24 names are there. Then Srila Prabhupada says, continues for 10,000 years. Prabhupada says this continues for 10,000 years in this Kali Yuga. This is a prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is called as the golden era. Suvarna Yuga, this 10,000 years, only you will be peaceful. Like this, some spirituality will be in it. After that, real Kali Yuga will start. Many will be thinking, oh, 10,000 years, I can live for many years. No, time passes like this. You just miss out this one life. You'll become many millions of lives without taking Krishna consciousness. We can be even as animals also. Many lifetimes, 10,000 years, nothing less pass away like anything. And this is a prediction where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, and Prabhupada is saying in a room conversation with Dr. Harold Toynbee, July 22, 1973 in London. Within 10,000 years, if they become Krishna conscious, then life is successful. Actually, we should first start up this. Next life should be a human life, a better life than this, where I can execute my devotional service. Because my parents should be somebody devotee. That's it. Then only I'll get, if my parents, somebody is a gamblist or is a drunkard person, what will happen? Being his son, I also start doing the same thing, no? Yes. But if he's a devotee, from the young age. Now, for example, you all start chanting. Your kids, your children will see that and they also start chanting. That's it. They are fortunate actually. Okay, then Krishna conscious, then your life is successful. After 10,000 years, the gloomy picture of Kali Yuga will start. The real Kali Yuga will start after this 10,000 years. Still there is time. 10,000 years is not small period. Yes, so we have passed 5,000 years. So still 10,000. We have got to the 15,000 years. Kali Yuga's duration of life is 4,000. What is that? Okay. We have got to the 15,000 year. Kali Yuga duration of life is 400,000. That is 4,32,000 years. 427 something year it said. It is actually 32. 4,32,000 years of span. But this 10,000 years will be our time to save ourselves. Kali Yuga is really precious because even by thinking good in our heart, in our mind, it's sufficient, we'll get good results. At least by meditating good things, at least we progress in our life. Forget about activities, just meditating good things. Don't be envious on others. Just think that I should save this person. Let this person be good. Let this person be happy. Oh, she's suffering. Let me help her. No need to help also. Let me give some 10,000 rupees. Let me give some 1 lakh rupees to her. She's in little difficulty. No need to give also. Just by thinking, meditating, you get the results. This is Kali Yuga. Clear? What should we meditate? That's Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Every day, chant in the morning times. And when you're driving, when you're working, anytime, just meditate. Just keep on chanting Hare Krishna. Without beats, fine. That is Smaranam. It is called Smaranam meditation. You get the results. You get the results. And when you come to the activities, just imagine the power of that. Holding a beads in your hand and chanting, how powerful it will be. Just meditating itself, you get the results. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chanting this Hare Krishna mantra. Have you seen some pictures? Something you keep there, everything vanishes. All the 4 directions. I don't know that. This magnet or something is there, some particles they touch, it just vanishes like anything. That's Hare Krishna Mahamantra to this material world. The time vanishes like anything. You can see that expansion of the time by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You can experience, literally you can experience the time, how it affects you just by chanting Hare Krishna. This is spiritual power. Once you experience, then you take to it. Till then, you don't take. That's what Krishna also says. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitra Vidavattamam, Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam, Susukam Kartamavya. It is Raja Vidya and Raja Guhyam also. Till then, it doesn't come from a spiritual, bona fide spiritual master. It will be only a secret. You cannot reveal. The formulas will not be revealed to you. Once you take a shelter of a spiritual master, it will be revealed to you. Then you experience. Not that somebody is saying you hearing, no. You experience it. Then you take up. Then that becomes Susukam Kartumavyam. It will be happily, blissfully executing in our life. Clear? Yes. So actually, many things to say, but time is not permitting. So I'm just fastening to go. Okay. Nayanam galadashrudharaya vadanam gad gada rudaya gira pulakay nichitam vapu kada tava nama grane bhavishyate. This is Shikshastaka 6th verse where Mahaprabhu is saying, when I chant the holy names of the Lord, the tears should flow from the eyes. That is Ananda Bhash. Oh my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? This should be our petition to the Lord. My dear Lord, I'm chanting, nothing is happening to me. I'm chanting, nothing is happening. I'm not feeling that love towards you. Because hard-hearted people, how it happens. When it is very soft, it will happen. So that is the way the prayer should be there. When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end the recitation of your name? You know, many things, many new things, or many things which is astonishing. We say our hairs will stand. It should be like that. The name of the holy name, once you experience the power of it, you can feel that experience. Without that, also difficult. But yes, practice is there. You keep on practicing, you'll come to that platform one day. Clear? Okay, this is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, who removes all the obstacles in our life. You can pray to him. Lakshmi Narasimhadev, just pray to him. Any obstacles in our devotional service, definitely it will be removed. Okay, and our devotional service is to the divine couples, that is Radha and Krishna. And this is ISKCON HPL layout. Now, do you have any questions? You can raise your hands. Meanwhile, we'll see some announcements if it's in. Yes. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, is there any announcement?
Prabhu, nomination for chanting. And
nomination for chanting.
Yeah.
I'll give the option for unmuting yourself. Okay. Chirantraj, you will chant?
Yes, Prabhu.
You have chanting beats?
Yes, Prabhu.
Every day you chant?
Yes, Prabhu.
Wonderful. Okay, Prabhu, you can take his name.
He's chanting 21 japam, I think, on a daily basis.
21 rounds. Oh,
Yeah.
great. What's the age now?
Not me.
Not you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake.
Somebody has a thing. Okay. Good. Do you chant daily? How many rounds you chant?
1.
1. Okay, fine. Tomorrow you can chant. Okay. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Prabhu.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Prabhuji, and
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have one question.
Prabhuji,
I might.
just before
Can I ask,
that,
or sorry, sorry, Anil Prabhuji was saying something. Sorry.
Prabhuji, just wanted to check with you if you want to announce about this Radhashtami celebration this Saturday, if anyone interested.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. So tomorrow it is Radhashtami.
Saturday, Prabhuji. Yeah, correct. Tomorrow.
Today it's Friday, Prabhu. Obviously tomorrow.
I'm still in Thursday, Prabhu.
You are in Thursday. Yes, Prabhu. Because devotees, their time is not passing away. So still they are in Thursday now. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow it is Radhashtami. Actually, you're all still new, but still I'll say. Radhashtami, we fast till 12 noon. Till 12 noon we fast. If you are really willing to do, you can fast till 12 noon. Or else it's not mandatory. You can eat also. But there is a celebration in our temple. Whoever is near to HBR layout, all can come and join. Please do come and join. And from morning, there is a service also. There's quintals of flowers have been brought to do the flower abhisheka for Srimati Radharani. And there'll be a service of plucking the flowers, removing the petals of the flowers from 10 o'clock, morning 10 o'clock, the service starts. And there is prasadam, volunteers prasadam will be at 12 o'clock also. No need to worry about that. But whoever is nearby and whoever is off, they have a leave, they don't have work, they can come here, spend their time in the service of the Lord. And that Abhishekam starts by 6:30 something, it will start. You can take part of it. Service you want, you can come in morning if you're very near, or else you can come by 4 o'clock or something, you can join in the service also. And then it is the service, no? It is a direct service to Srimati Radharani. The same flowers which are plucked will be dropped in the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. So you have that opportunity. So you can utilize. Okay. Yes. Service is there, and there is Kirtan, there is Prasadam, many things. There's a feast Prasadam in the night, and there's a great celebration of Radhashtami. So I request everyone to come, but I don't force. I request everyone, please do come. You will experience what is spiritual life. You will experience what is spirituality. It is anyhow tomorrow also I can announce, but today I'm saying so that you can plan the day. Plan tomorrow how you have to plan. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you for reminding. Now, Santosh Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So I have one question. I might be deviating a little bit. But since like what you have also talked about in earlier classes, that about Bhrigu Rishi, you know, how he went to test it, and then he had, then today also you talked about this story where elephant and all those, and one more where the ox, that Kali was going to punish her, cut their leg. So we see a lot of symbolic things. So whatever, and then we relate, because when the moment we see as it is, then I will see Bhrigu Rishi has insulted Vishnu Bhagwan, and he suddenly he does his feet, and then you said there is a pastime he did. So the moment we see this is as it is, we might get a different picture.
Yes,
because
definitely.
for every act there will be a pastime, and then so that's the reason we have been told everything as a symbolic and what this does mean. But when we go in reading the Gita, so Swami Prabhupada says that you should read Gita as it is, and this is the actual Gita. So where we are learning in a symbolic form, but when it comes to Gita, why it is as it is? Because I just a little bit confused, so I thought of you will be able to enlighten me in that.
As it is. That is what Prabhupada says, and that is what Krishna is saying. Prabhupada will not add anything new things. Parampara, he just adds what his acharyas are saying, what Krishna is saying. Krishna says, Bhaktya mama vijanati yavan yasmi tatvataha. Only devotees understand me and my message. When it comes from Parampara, it becomes as it is. There's no changes in it. They don't get deviated. Something you said about symbolic things and many things. There is so much chances of deviation. I can take however I need. I can give the same picture and then explain in many other ways also. I can make you to go away from the Lord also, and I can make you to come near to the Lord also. The same picture. Same story, Bhrigu Muni's story. I can say in a different way. Bhrigu Muni is greater than all these personalities, He is even testing them. We say Lord Vishnu, or what kind of fools are there? They're worshipping Krishna. They're worshipping Vishnu. That Vishnu washed the feet of Bhrigu Muni, Clear? In this way, I can say however I want based on that symbolic picture or the pastime and anything. Till then, we are not devotees. Till then, we are not under the shelter of a spiritual master. Whatever we claim or whimsically that we think, it cannot be absolute. Absolute always comes from spiritual master. And spiritual master is a person who is surrendered to his spiritual master, who is a slave of the spiritual master. Not even disciples. Not even disciples. If he is only a slave of his spiritual master, he gets the empowerment to be another spiritual master. And that person, whatever he says, it is as good as the Supreme Lord speaking to you. That's what I gave another example of Ramayana. When Valmiki writes Ramayana, the pastime was happening, and before the pastime, the Valmiki wrote Ramayana, and what was written, that was what was happening in the life of Lord Ramachandra. So this is, I don't know. I hope you are understood it.
100%, because that's what. So I think you have made it very, very clear.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions? You can unmute and you can ask a question. No need to raise the hand also. Have any questions, you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mataji.
Prabhuji, how to observe Janmashtami Vrata, Radha Janmashtami fasting? It's only 12 p.m. or 12 a.m.?
It's AM means it's midnight, Mataji. PM means it's afternoon. It's noon. So 12 till 12. Till 12 noon. Just fasting. Then see, it's only the consciousness, Mataji. Why fasting do we need? Even Janmashtami we fast, and for Purnima we fast. All this, why fastings?
Just to control our senses, Prabhuji.
No,
Like
Mataji, this is material. Controlling the senses is material. Spiritually, you are meditating, you are chanting the holy names of the Lord, you are engaging in their service, you are forgetting eating. That's it. Very simple. You are in a spiritual platform, eating is a material platform. So you're completely lost it. You don't even remember to eat now. That is how the fasting comes. You're engaged, so absorbed in the pastime of the Lord and their day. So you are completely lost it.
So we can, without avoiding food, we can do fasting in other way, like chanting the whole day, or like Radha Mantra.
Yes, that is how fasting in Ekadashi is. It is not that what you fast, how you fast. It is based on your meditation on the Lord. How many rounds more you chant, how much more you engage in reading, hearing, whatever. Just engage. That is the only blissful things in our life. How much you spend the time in the association of the Lord by chanting, reading, hearing, whatever, or the service, whatever it is. Okay. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. If possible, you can come to the temple. Where do you? Yes.
Only I am able to serve from Prabhuji. So other than chant, if it would be some service, I would provide from here, like Mangalacharana or Shishashtam, all these things.
Let's see, Mataji. Let's see when the English grows. Or you are Hindi, no, Mataji?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
You are Hindi. There's a Hindi classes also which I conduct. There's chanting sessions. If possible, I'll try to give some services and engage you in that also. Okay. Yes. Hare Krishna. Okay, Ramesh Prabhu, you can ask your question.
Hare Prabhuji, you are running a Gaushala. Now, can we also contribute towards the Gaushala?
Yes, definitely. Why not? You can.
What are the modes in which we can contribute? How do we contribute?
Where do you stay, Prabhu?
No, cash-wise, how can we contribute?
Cash-wise.
Have you any number or scanning?
Yes. I can send my number also.
Please.
And I can send the temple scanning code also. It's
okay.
See, one thing I'll say, it should be very clear also when it comes to money matter. So we run a circle, like in the temple, there are many circles like that. We have a Prahalad circle. Prahalad, the name of the circle is Prahalad. So we are a group of devotees who do this preaching, expand, and take the services of the temple. And we do like this. The temple needs many groups like this. So our group is Prahalad circle. So any services like this Go Seva or festival. Last time it was Janmashtami. We took this Janmashtami. We were cooking, all the sponsor, everything is by our team. In that way, you can help however you need. As a Prahalad team, you can go through me. Through me, you can do all the services. Then you can send to my number. Or else you want to do directly. Some devotees who don't have faith, they say, no, directly temple will do. Yes, temple scanning code will be given. You can do it through temple also. This way, it's
okay. Thank you.
However you need.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Because it should be clear when it comes to money, no? That is the only thing in this material world makes us very corrupt thing. So that should be very clear. You can go anyhow you are wish, through temple or through me also, through our circle also. Okay. Yes. Hare Krishna. So you can personally call me or something. I can help you on this. Yes, Prabhuji. Then Prakash, Prabhu. Yes, you can ask.
Yeah. Prabhuji, namaskar. Actually, chanting or prayers and kirtan, which is more precious, more greater, Prabhuji?
It's more greater.
Ah.
In spirituality, there is nothing like which is great and which is low, Prabhu. It is in our this thing. So, for example, what is the difference between chanting and kirtan? So, when you chant more, you keep on chanting, heart gets purified.
Okay.
Becomes more soft. The same chanting comes as a song.
Okay.
With love, when it is added, with the chanting is being added with love, the same chanting becomes kirtan.
Okay.
You have a different tune, so you start singing. That is the platform for bliss. When you are in a blissful platform, the same thing becomes a song. In those days, there's nothing called like somebody is composing the song. Each and every person was with love. Anything, even chanting something. You can see nowadays singing, ordinary singings, it is olden days singings, you can see. So day-to-day life, they used to spend in the songs. They used to compose like anything. Even just in their field of working also, they have a song. Because everything was done in love. When there is love, automatically it becomes a song. So in that way, kirtan comes. Yes, a person who's not having love, if he does a kirtan, be something like a donkey shouting. How you don't have any experience or that you don't have that feeling. Somebody is shouting like that, it'll be Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna shouting. But when there is from the heart, it comes, no. Only thing you have to experience. I have experienced tears flow from your eyes if a great personality is singing. Once in our temple, His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj has come and he was doing kirtan. And I experienced that. I was playing this kartal. He said about Rama Kirtan he was doing. And he was in a platform of Hanuman. He explained the pastime and then he said how Hanuman sings and he started singing. Ram, he said, actually tears came from the eyes. Because that song, it touches the heart. So when there is love, you can experience that bliss.
Then it should be a greater, greater than chanting,
No, that's what today I read. No, Nayanam Galada Shrudaraya, Vadanam Gadgada Rudayagira. Even while chanting with tears. So everything which comes with love. So spiritually, everything is in the same platform. Spiritually, there's no difference. But materially, when through our vision, there is differences.
Okay.
How to understand this? For example, there's a diamond.
Okay.
When the diamond passes the light, you can see the 7 colors.
Yeah.
There are 7 colors in the diamond?
Yeah.
No.
It depends upon
the vision.
creation.
Our vision, we have the 7 colors vision, but actually the diamond is not in that way. So materially, we have so many visions, but in reality, spirituality have no difference. Spirituality don't have any gradations. It's all in the same transcendental platform.
Okay.
Clear? I hope you got it.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Any other?
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare
Satyavati
Krishna, Guruji.
Mataji. Yes, please, ma'am.
Is there any time limit that we have to chant 1 or 8 times like that within
Yes,
such a
Mataji,
time?
yes, Mataji. So I'll say this. It should be minimum 6 minutes. Not before 6 minutes.
Okay.
And not more than 7.5 minutes.
Okay.
This is what acharyas say. Because below 6 minutes means our pronunciation is not right. Somewhere something is wrong happening. I might be pulling 2 times for 1 mantra, or else my pronunciation might be not perfect. And when it goes beyond 7.5 minutes, I cannot make the mind to sit in one place. If that starts roaming. So this is the speed it should be, and it should be in a hurry also. And the pronunciation should be perfect. You should be holding the beats, and you should be in a hurry to hold the next one. Hurry to hold the next one. In this span of time, you shouldn't lose your words. It should be perfect.
Okay.
Or piece, you can make a note of it also. I need everyone to make a note of it, how to chant. 4 P's you have to think always. A, B, C, D, P. What is that P's? The very first thing is pronunciation. The pronunciation should be perfect. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Clear pronunciation. And the pace. Next P is pace. What is that? Not chanting very fast or very slow. It should be equal. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. No differences in the pace. It should be same equal. And sitting posture. Next is the posture. You should sit in Sukhasana or Padmasana, sit as in the Dhyana Mudra and chant. I'm saying about the perfection. If somebody is not able to sit like that, you can sit on chair. If you're not able to sit, you can lie down. You can sleep and chant. However, you can chant, not a problem. But I'm saying about the perfectional state. Sitting in that posture and chanting. And the 4th P is more important. In the mood of prayer. The mood should be as prayer. Prarthana. Clear? This is how you should chant. Meanwhile, you have to make a note of the time also. Not just you just go on like that. No.
No, what I do is every day I chant this 108 mantras, but
Yeah.
I do it in a kirtan way. Like I take my own time. Whether it is right or wrong, I don't know.
No, Mataji, no. Chanting should be done as a chanting. Kirtan should be done as a kirtan. That's it. Chanting means have a timer, make and do it in a chanting very seriously, attentively hearing. Hearing is more important.
Okay.
Not chanting, hearing is important. So it should be louder. So you chant as loud as you can hear and do it. Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you.
Mataji, you're welcome. Okay, any other questions? No question? Fine. Okay, thank you for all the wonderful devotees for attending today's session. So let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and find out for today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama.
And tomorrow's topic is karma. The most important topic, karma. How we are getting binding in this material world and how should we escape from this. Many things. Tomorrow is the final session. Please don't miss. And tomorrow another what I can say, turning point in our life or milestone, something like that will be there. I am requesting to chant, and tomorrow something else, one more request will be there. You can see if it's possible, you can execute in life. This will change your life. This 6 days itself is sufficient to change your life, but don't take it very casually. Be a little serious and engage in your life. Make it blissful life along with Krishna. Okay, thank you. Now you can say once Hare Krishna and you can all leave.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Prabhu, Satyavati Mataji. Yes, Jnanasham. Yes, Jnanasham Mataji.
ಪ್ರಭು ನಾಳೆ ರಾಧಾಷ್ಟಮಿಗೆ ಏನು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲವಾ ಪ್ರಭು?
ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಮಾತಾಜಿ. ಆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಸೆಷನ್ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಮ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಸೆಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನಿರಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದಾ ಪ್ರಭು? ಸರಿ ಪ್ರಭು, ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಎಸ್, ಚಂದ್ರಶೇಖರ್ ಪ್ರಭು. ಹರೇ
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭು.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jyoti
Thank
Mataji.
you all for joining the session. Hare Krishna to all. Tomorrow we'll
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mahendra Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mek Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Santosh Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Monica Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yes, Kavita Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna to all. Yes, Chandrasekhar.
Hare Krishna to all. Tomorrow we'll learn about karma. Hare Krishna. I'm ending the session. Hare Krishna to all.